Hello, we will learn index function and offset function. Here we need to find the distances between two cities. We want to find the distance between Boston and Denver using the index function. For that you will type equal to index, open brackets. You can select the data, which we've named as all distances. You can write comma. Boston is row 2, so you will write 2, comma. The column for Denver is number 4, since we started from Atlanta. So it's comma 4, close brackets, and you have it as 1913, which is correct once you check in the table. Similarly, you do for Seattle and Miami. Write index, you write all distances, or you can select the cells. Seattle is number 10 to Miami, which is number 8. And there you go. You get it as 2978. And from Atlanta to Houston, you write is equal to index, open brackets, write all distances. You can select this, comma, you want Atlanta to Houston, which is 1, comma, 6, the row and column numbers. You can enter and you have it as 1370. Now from Atlanta we want to find the distances for all the cities. We can do this by writing equal to index. We want to find for all distances. We want to find for row 1. So we will write row 1 from Atlanta, and the column number will be 0, and you will click enter. You see from Atlanta to Atlanta the distance is 0. You can pull these here and you have the first row for all the distances to other cities. Now to find the furthest to Atlanta, you want to find the distance, so you can write equal to. Here we can use the max function. So max, you can open the brackets, write index, open brackets. You can write all distances, comma. You can write 1, comma 0 from Atlanta, since we need all the distances from Atlanta. Close brackets, click enter. You have the maximum as 2719. Now to find which city is 2719 miles away, we can use a lookup function. We can use an lookup function. So for that you can write equal to lookup. We can select this value since we want to look that up, comma. We can select the table that we want to look in. We selected a different table and not all distances because we want the name of the city. And then we will select which row the names are in. So we can type 11. As we see, the names are in the 11th row from the top, and we click false for the exact match. Click enter. You see that Los Angeles is the furthest city to Atlanta. Offset function. For the offset function, you select a cell that you want to refer to as a starting point. Now we want to select the cell and we have named it as reference cell. So this would be the starting point, and the coordinates for this cell would be 0, 0. For finding the last value in first row, you would type equal to, write offset. The reference would be the cell, so you would select the cell, comma, you want to find the last value in first row. So the row would be 0, since the reference cell is 0, 0, and the first row and the last value in the first row. So the last value would be column 4, since this is column 0. So you would write 0, 4, close the brackets, and you have the value as 5. For last value in first column, you would write similarly offset. You would refer to the cell, comma, you want the last value in the first column. So the last value would be row 2, comma, and the first column, so it will be 0. You would close the brackets and you have it as 11, which is correct. Now the sum of values in last column, you can write equal to. We will have to use the sum function. We will write sum, open the brackets. We can then write offset, refer to the cell, comma, you want the sum of values in the last column, so we will write 0 for the rows and the column as 4, comma, we want the height, which is the number of rows, which is 3, and the width for that one column is 1, close brackets, and you have the sum as 30. For sum of values in the last row, you will write equal to, offset. Before that, you would, for the sum of values in last row, you will write equal to sum function, open brackets, offset function, open the brackets, write reference cell, which is the cell, comma, the rows would be 2, since we want to add the last row cells, comma, 0, and the height for this row will be 1, while the width is 5 columns. Close the brackets, enter, click yes, and you have the sum of values in the last row as 65.